I'm Caddy of Caddys Customs. I work here with my wife, son, daughter, and son-in-law. After 25 years in business, one thing I learned is every day is a different project and every project has a story. Where one family turns automotive dreams into reality. This is Caddys Customs.
The Friday crunch is, it's Friday and everything has to leave. You know, everything that customers will drop off Monday, Friday, they're ready to pick up, they want their car, it's the weekend, it needs to be out.
Initially, what brought me here was his work at the car shows. I've seen a lot of it, so in social media. So you know, it attracted me to the shop. And then you walk in here, and you see none of these are regular cars. They're all people's dreams. So you know, it's the perfect shop. The work I wanted Caddy to do for me is on the '69 Camaros, all the interior, the audio system, the trunk.
So we have a '69 Camaro that came into the shop. He just wanted to get some upholstery done, he wanted to do the full interior, and he also wanted to do the full audio on the car. So we have Colin and Mark working on it now, mocking up all the audio, making a custom speaker box, kick panels, and completely wiring the whole car for the audio. Then we're going to move on to actual upholstery on it.
Get these speaker boxes built. It's actually 2 boxes to go inside this car. And we're going to do 2 Rockford Fosgate 10s. Battery, all the wiring, try to run the wire back here and hide it. We're going to do a Rockford 4-channel lamp and a Rockford 1000-watt mono lamp over here on this side. And this piece is going to be a trim. I got to build a trim that runs around this to kind of flush this stuff into the car. And what I'm doing right this minute is trying to gap everything on it so that it'll sit in here with the carpet and the leather and everything that we're going to do to it as far as the upholstery goes. I still got to trim a little more off the bottom down here and follow this contour of this trunk. The inside of the car moving along pretty fast. We built the rear package tray back here, the whole Rockford Fosgate 6x9s. And the whole interior of this car, the theme on the inside is late model Camaro. So we try to build a package tray that will accommodate this car and these speakers and still have a factory look. And the inside, same way, we're doing the custom door panels and custom interior panels. Use Dakota digital gauges in it because you can't use the factory gauges on the late model Camaro. It's all driven by BCM and ECM and data. This one here, we can just run it like an old school and have the new school look to it, and incorporated the factory shifter, you know, the '69 Camaro shifter into a late model console. See here, and I just take the late model Camaro, stick it in an old body, and have any kind of luck of making everything fit. But a little bit of work, it works.
Aquí vamos a empezar a cortar la alfombra. La consola no la quitamos, no es necesario quitarla porque no va cubierto en medio. pero vamos a empezar a cortar toda la alfombra, la parte de atrás, para empezar a pegar. Acomodar bien, como debe ir. Es una alfombra negrita, es una alfombra manual, se trabaja muy bien, se trabaja como tú quieras. Tú la mueves, no te mueve ella a ti. Que no quede ninguna arruga, ningún brinco. Entonces la vamos acomodando ahí. Vamos acomodando toda para empezar a pegar. Aquí la parte de atrás ahí está acomodada. Entonces la aventamos para la parte de enfrente, ahí en lo que se pueda, para empezar a pegarla. Vamos al otro lado, ponemos la alfombra todo hasta la parte de enfrente para empezar a desaparramar el resistol. Vamos a untar el resistol con la pistola. Con esta pistola de spray no batalla uno. Es muy... Se mira sencillo para el que sabe, pero el que no, pues tiene que aprender. Ahora vamos a empezar a extenderla bien, paso por paso, del medio para las orillas, para que no quede ninguna arruga, que quede bien planita. Esto es lo un poquito más difícil, que no quede ninguna arruga. Entonces aquí vamos, todo parejo, del medio hacia los lados, que vaya quedando. Miren cómo va quedando. Qué chulada. Los golpecitos para que no queden huecos.
I get a phone call and it's a male. He says he wants to speak with an installer. So I give him the heads up that our installers don't take phone calls, but is there anything that I can help you with? And he says no. He'll wait until I get an installer. So I'm thinking, okay, he's already getting a little, strong about it. So I ask him again, is there anything that I can help you with? Our installers don't take phone calls. And he says, no, I don't want to speak with you. I want to speak with one of the installers, and I'll wait until you get an installer on here. Little Caddy and Jose are in the other room and they're listening. But I get back on the phone and I'm like, is there anything that I can help you with? And he says, no, I don't want to talk to you. You're rude. You don't know what you're talking about. You always say you don't know. And he goes on and on and on. And I tell little Caddy, and he listens, and he's like, he ends up picking up the phone.
She puts him on hold, and she passes me the phone. And before I get on the phone, I ask her, "What's the problem?"
What happened? What?
I answered the phone, Caddys Customs, and he says, "I want to talk to an installer." And I said, "Our installers don't take phone calls." He said, "I'll wait on the phone until you get somebody on the phone." And then I said, "Is there anything I can help you with?" And he goes, "No, did you not hear what I said? I'll wait for an installer." And I said, "Our installers don't take phone calls." And he's like, "I don't want to deal with you. You never know anything. You always say I don't know."
So I said, okay, but before you can get aggressive and get mad, you gotta figure out what the issue is first. You gotta deal with customers before you can just cut them off, because then you'll be here by yourself. He goes, I don't want it crazy. I don't want it just, I just want a box with a panel, lights, this, and that. So I thought you didn't want it crazy. He goes, well, that's not crazy. Just some lights and the face of it and, wrapped. And that's not crazy for you, but that's still going to take my guys some time. So when you're ready to do it, bring it up here. We'll give you an estimate, give you a price that day, that moment. And if you want to do it, you can leave it and we'll get it knocked out for you. Take 2 days, a day, depending on how crucial we get it, how extreme.
Everything little Caddy said, I could have told this man. There was nothing different that little Caddy said that I couldn't have told him.
So I'm listening to him and I'm like, hold on, who is this?
It's fine. Just come over here Monday, and me and Dad will take care of it. And we'll charge him and price it. go by that.
But what I'm saying is,
Yeah, but it's fine. So I take care of it. It's okay. Everybody's not gonna be. How we
no,
want
I'm
them
not
to
gonna
be.
deal with him.
That's fine. That's what I'm saying.
But
I understand.
my thing is
I understand
that
what you're saying.
He came off rude. Like, he didn't even give me a chance to say, okay, what is it that you're wanting? Is it audio? He didn't flat out, no, that was it. So that's what made me mad, because everything you told him, what I could have said.
95% of the time, she knows what she's talking about. Everything that I just told you, she could have told you.
My thing is that fine. If I don't know, tell me what it is. You want an audio? You want upholstery? You didn't even.
Yeah.
He didn't even tell me.
Well, anybody that doesn't want to give you the chance, like, hey, this is Bianca, and what is it? Well, we don't let you talk to installers and Caddys busy. If I can't help you, then I'll go get them. But what is it that you need?
We're the ones that do the parts ordering. We're the ones that do it, all the vendors. We're the ones that order the materials. We're the ones. So little Caddy and Caddy, they just do the work and make sure that the work gets done and, you know, done right. But they don't know, they do know some of our vendors, but they don't know who we talk to, who we deal with. They don't know where we get our parts from. You know, they don't know as much as we do because we do it every day.
Who do you go through?
There's a bunch of wholesalers that we use. I don't even know. I don't know any of these guys. You know, the girls do all that.
Now, of course, if we were to leave or we were to be gone, they can make it. They'll figure it out. They'll know how to do it. But we're in the office Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. And we're the ones that talk to the vendors. We're the ones that order. So when they want a price on something, they think that they talking to little Caddy, they're going to get a price. And little Caddy doesn't know as much of what something costs as that me and Bianca do. I've had several guys come in and say, you know what, when I came in here, I'm thinking, how much could you know? And you answered all my questions and more. And then, but sometimes we get men that come in here and they're just like, I'm not having it. We've had some men that says, I'm not going to deal with you, and I'm not. And I'm like, sorry, sir. Well, you know, you're not going to go out there and talk to a technician. And he'll be like, well, then I'll just leave. Sorry. And he'll leave. And he will leave. And then he leaves.
Next time, if I get a call like that from a male and he's determined to talk to one of my installers or my techs, whatever, I am going to just take the phone call. I'm going to let them know that they, you know, the installer's busy, but he's more than welcome to leave his name, number, and a brief message of what he's wanting to ask the installer and get everything together. I mean, it's just, it makes things easier. It doesn't look bad on myself with being with, you know, the whole bad attitude, being aggressive. It just makes things clearer, easier, and better for everybody.
We had a customer come in and he requested to get his car painted, and we did bodywork and paint to it. It's a 66 convertible Chevelle, and we did the door jambs on it, and I was going to pull up the color code and then nothing came up. So I'm searching the computer, and still nothing's coming up. So I had to go get the boss man to help me out, and you know, he knows more tricks of the trade. So
the number that was on there wasn't pulling up. I mean, it's a 66, but the computer wouldn't pick it up. Right there, we still have, that's factory. We still have a little bit to go by. Nobody's painted it before right here. So he'll mix it and match this up, and he can get down on it and spray it. Now we pulled up the name and the year, and it'll kind of search it, and it'll give you all the colors from that year, General Motors. And you can, you know, there might be a Le Mans blue or indigo blue, and I know the colors on there's Le Mans blue. So we went with that, gave us the formula, and we're gonna mix it now so we can paint it.
First thing you want to do is pull up the color code, but in this case, we actually had trouble pulling up the color code, so we actually had to do a manual search on the computer. But we got it taken care of. What you're gonna do is, it's gonna bring up your toners, the list of toners you're gonna do, the name, the color of everything, and the amount you'll put. I'm mixing 2 quarts of color, which will be reduced, so it'll actually be a gallon of color. The first toner, and every paint system is different, whether you're using PPG, Chromax, everybody's different. Sherwin-Williams, every paint company is different, but you'll get the same color with different toners. Our first toner will be A26J, which is organic blue mixing color. And we're gonna do 95 grams of that. Our next toner will be A27J, which is blue. Another toner, which is a different blue. We're gonna do 160.6 grams. So you're not gonna zero back out. You're gonna start from 95 and go to 160.6. Our next toner is 807J, which is a black low strength. And it's gonna be 212. And every toner is different. Some might be more liquefied and some will be a little bit more aggressive, more thick. So this one's 246. Just because it's a thicker liquid doesn't mean it's gonna perform differently. Medium aluminum is 246.2. Yeah, this one's a little bit thicker. It's not as liquefied as the 807. 6.2. Alright, next is a low strength white, which is 802J. And if you look at our mixing bank, all our numbers are in order. They jump, whether it's from 802 to 803 to 805, there'll be a new numeric order. Okay, and then we're gonna go the 802J, which is a low strength white, will be 251.9. So we're at 246. So 251.9. And then next is you'll grab your 150K, which is a binder, base coat binder. Well, this is the balancer actually. My mistake, is actually a balancer. You're gonna do 737.3. So from 251.9, you're gonna go to 737.3. It balances out all the paints, the colors, the different ones, and then the binder will actually activate it so it'll have something to bite to. We went a couple of grams over, but it won't hurt it. You're gonna grab your 175K, which is the binder, the base coat binder, and this will actually lock it in to where it'll stay when it dries. 860. That's our color right there. It might look like a bunch of colors to y'all. Looks, I mean, you can see all the colors that we put in there: black, blue, silver, different shades of blue. But when you mix it all together, you'll get the color that we're going for, which is Le Mans blue. Like I said, it was a factory color used back in the 60s and 70s. Most of these colors are reused again later on in the years. They just rename them and adjust them to be a little bit better. Now if you look, after it's been mixed, that's the color. Even though we mixed it, we're still not done. You have to reduce it so it can come out the gun real evenly and it can flow real good through the gun. So we're gonna reduce it with 7195S, which is a very high temperature base maker. And then, I mean, we do 50-50. So 50% base and 50% reducer.
'69 Camaro was brought to me from his old customer from another shop. He didn't even know that we were still doing this, and we ran into him at another place, and we decided to bring it so we can do some interior work and audio. And he says, "Caddy, if I would have known you were still around, I would have brought you the whole car." We did audio, we customized headliner, customized the back deck, custom the trunk. I mean, you open the trunk, it looks like factory. I mean, the audio, it's all covered up, wrapped, carpet. The seats were customized. We did it in leather. Carpet. We modified like 2013 seats in the back. We had, you know, there's a bunch of modification, foam, and to get it to fit and look like a new car in there. We did customized door panels. Did a little bit of paint work on there. My guys really, I'll give them a task, man, these guys will go for it. So I'll wait till they're in it and I'll say, okay, I don't like this, it's going the wrong way. But most of the guys out there work together and they go at it, and I'll tell them real quick, hey, we're gonna do this seat, it's gonna fit in here, I want it to look like this. The back seats don't belong in here, but they need to have the new pattern and they need to look like they fit there. I mean, really, I like for the customer to come see it while we're working. I mean, so a lot of times I have to tell them, hey, don't come in here and get scared because you see your car upside down or seats taken out of, you know, just come and check out. And if you like what you see, then we continue. If you see something you don't like, let me know. But most of my customers will tell me, Caddy, do your thing. I just want this in there. Look, when I showed him the car, he goes, I'm speechless. So I didn't even have to say anymore. He was, you know, and you don't always get customers like that, but that customer, I think, appreciates the craftsmanship that got put in their car because he knew where we started and where he ended up at. But I was like, man, I don't even have to. I just kind of starting to point out, look at the stuff we painted, look at the back deck, and look at, but because he was already, I'm like, man, I don't have to say nothing. He was really impressed and he was happy. I mean, there was a smile on his face. So he was really easy. You open the trunk, and man, it just looks like brand new. You know, better than brand new because there's no flaw, there's nothing. I mean, the walls were covered up. You don't see the speakers, and it sounded amazing. My guys customized the pillars. There's a tweeter in there, you know, the bezel for the radio, all of that, man. It just looked, I mean, the whole car turned out good, but that was the best part that I liked.
Overall, all the work he's done on this is just amazing. I mean, I'm speechless. Now that I have it, I'm anxious to get it on the road.
I said, you want me to help you load it? He says, yeah, let's get it on there. And what's going through my mind, he's happy. He wants to do a roadster or a 30 model car. So I said, yeah, we're in. You know, he's going to bring it to me. And then when he loaded, he came and paid. He says, Caddy, go ahead and look for that car for me. So we're going to build it. So to me, that was, you know, 100 all the way around. Mission accomplished.